All right, let's get right into it. In this quick explainer, I'm going to break down what I believe is the absolute fastest path to generating a consistent monthly income online.
And look, we're not talking about just making a few extra bucks here and there. We are targeting a very specific, and I mean very achievable goal. A consistent $5 to $20,000 every single month.
And the engine we're going to use to get there? Well, it's artificial intelligence, but probably not in the way you've been hearing about it.
Yeah, because this isn't about collecting a million different AI hacks or trying to find that one magical prompt. This isn't another one of those videos where you watch someone build an app for an hour. This is completely different.
This is all about generating real, predictable profit. You know, the kind of money that actually hits your bank account, the kind you can actually build a life around. And you know, the best part is what you don't need. You don't need to work more hours. In fact, you'll probably work less. You don't need a massive audience to get started. You don't need some super fancy, expensive brand. And you definitely don't need to become a tech wizard. All you need is a simple path and a few key systems. So here's the game plan for the next few minutes. First, we're going to map out the entire journey, the different stages everyone goes through, so you can see exactly where you are right now. And then, step 2, we'll pull back the curtain on the exact systems that make that $5,000 to $20,000 a month feel, well, almost inevitable. Because you stop guessing and you start operating with total clarity.
Okay, so let's start with that predictable path. Seriously, almost every single online entrepreneur follows these 5 stages. See if you can spot yourself in one of these.
So it all starts at stage 1, startup. This is where you're just fighting to land that first $1,000 to $3,000 month. Then you graduate to survival. You've made some money, but man, it is not steady. Stage 3 is where so many people get stuck. Chaos. You're busy, you're overwhelmed with ideas, but the income is all over the place. Push through that and you hit competition. The numbers might look okay, but it all feels fragile, you know? Like it could all disappear tomorrow. And the goal for all of us is to get to stage 5, clarity. This is the promised land. This is where your income is consistent and your plan is simple. Now, if you found yourself stuck in one of those first few stages, you probably have a story you tell yourself about why. But I want to suggest something here. The real reason you're stuck, it's probably not what you think it is. It is not a knowledge problem. See on the left? That's the problem you think you have. You feel like you just need more knowledge. You need to watch one more YouTube tutorial, find one more magic prompt. But the real problem, over on the right, you just don't have a clear path. You don't have a simple system to follow. And because of that, you have no repeatable momentum. And this quote just hits so hard, doesn't it? You keep starting over, and you keep calling it learning. It's this painful cycle of being busy, of consuming content, but never actually making real progress. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? What's the path forward? Well, to get that predictable income we're talking about, we have to stop chasing more information and instead start building 3 very specific outcomes in our business. And these 3 outcomes, they are everything. First is clarity. Just knowing, without a doubt, what you sell, who you sell it to, and what you need to do each day. Second is control. Your income stops feeling random because you actually understand the numbers behind it. And third, and this is the big one, is consistency. You build a simple engine that brings in sales every single week, not just when you do a big launch. So how do we actually build that? How do we get those 3 outcomes? Simple. We install 6 specific AI-powered systems. Think of these as the gears in the engine that will produce all the clarity, control, and consistency we've been talking about. And hey, as I walk you through these 6 systems, I want you to do a quick self-diagnostic, okay? Grab a piece of paper or just do it in your head. Score yourself for each system on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 means it's totally dialed in, perfect. 3 means it's kind of working, but not really. And 1 means it's a complete mess. Just be honest. Nobody's watching. This is for you. All right, system number 1, the clarity offer. This is where you stop selling confusing services and you start selling a crystal clear outcome that somebody can understand in 5 seconds. If you have to explain it for 5 minutes, it's not clear enough. So how's your offer? Give yourself a score, a 1, a 3, or a 5. Next up, system number 2, the AI production engine. This is where AI becomes your secret weapon for speed. This isn't just about making cool content, it's about using AI to rapidly produce the things that actually make you money, like lead magnets, DMs, sales messages, so that it doesn't take over your entire life. How are you doing on this one? What's your score?
Okay, system number 3 is the simple lead flow. I want you to forget about being on 12 different social media platforms. We're talking about one simple, repeatable flow. You get attention, you capture a lead, you follow up, and you lead them to a sale. Simple, effective. How's yours? Rate your system. And now for number 4, the sales conversation system. Oh man, so many people lose so much money right here because they just can't close consistently. This system gives you a repeatable framework for your DMs and your sales calls that builds your confidence and closes sales predictably. So what's your number here? System 5 is the numbers dashboard. This is where we say goodbye to "I feel like it's working." With this system, you know your key metrics, your leads, your calls, your closes, your revenue. You start making decisions based on cold, hard data, not just feelings. So how are you scoring on this one? And finally, System 6, the automation wealth loop. This is the one that almost nobody gets right. You automate the key parts of your business so that you are no longer the bottleneck. This is what creates stable profit, a stable life, and real unstoppable momentum. How's your automation looking? All right, so take a look at the scores you gave yourself. How strong are your systems right now? Look, this little diagnostic isn't meant to make you feel bad. Not at all. It's designed to give you incredible clarity on exactly what's been holding you back this whole time. And if you looked at your scorecard and you saw mostly 1s and 3s, that is fantastic news. I'm serious. It doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you've been trying to build a consistent income without the core systems that actually create it. No wonder it's felt so hard and so random. So if you want help installing these 6 systems, well, that's literally what the Clarity Boardroom was designed for. It's for entrepreneurs who are ready to hit that 5 to 20K a month mark online, but without all the guesswork and overwhelm. If that sounds like you and you just want to see the details, send me a DM with the single word clarity. I promise there's no pressure, no weird sales tactics. It's just the plan.